You see the symbols, you hear the whispers, and deep down, you've always felt that something is being hidden from you. A triangle with an eye, a hand sign during a concert, a flash of symbolism in a music video. They call it the Illuminati, and some say they're not just real, but that they control everything: politics, entertainment, finance, and even your thoughts. Welcome to Hidden Truths. In today's episode, we're going deep into one of the most persistent, chilling, and complex conspiracy theories of all time: the Illuminati. Stay until the end, because once you see how deep the rabbit hole goes, there's no unseeing it. Let's start with a simple question. What is the Illuminati, really? The term Illuminati refers to a group, or idea of a group, that operates behind the scenes, pulling the strings of world events. But it didn't begin as a secret cabal in the shadows. The real Illuminati was a real organization. Founded in 1776 in Bavaria, Germany, by Adam Weishaupt, the original Illuminati was a society of intellectuals and free thinkers who opposed religious control and state tyranny. Their goal? To promote reason, liberty, and secular thought in an age dominated by superstition and absolute monarchy. But they didn't stay hidden for long. After just a few years, their influence became too controversial. They were outlawed by the Bavarian government, and the official records say the group was disbanded. But what if it didn't end there? What if they went underground and simply evolved? That's what modern theorists believe. They claim the Illuminati never disappeared. They just changed tactics. Instead of fighting power, they became power. Instead of resisting control, they became the controllers. And if that's true, the question becomes, where are they now? According to conspiracy researchers, the modern Illuminati has infiltrated every major structure of influence: governments, corporations, the media, entertainment, even education and religion. They don't act openly. Instead, they communicate through symbols, signs, and coded messages hidden in plain sight. Let's look at the most famous one: the Eye of Providence, the all-seeing eye inside a triangle. It appears on the US $1 bill. It's shown in countless films, music videos, and brand logos. Is it just a symbol of divine guidance, or a mark of those watching everything? Then there's the pyramid, representing hierarchy, control, and power concentrated at the top. Together, the eye and pyramid have become the unofficial emblem of the Illuminati, at least in popular culture. And here's where it gets even stranger. The symbols appear most often in entertainment. Music videos, album covers, fashion shoots, especially those tied to high-profile celebrities. Let's take a look. Jay-Z frequently uses the rock sign, a diamond-shaped hand gesture. He says it represents his record label, Rockefeller. But theorists argue it mimics the triangle symbol of the Illuminati. Beyoncé's performances often include symbolism tied to ancient goddesses and occult imagery. Lady Gaga, Kanye West, Rihanna, all have been accused of embedding hidden meanings in their work. Coincidence? Art? Or coded communication? Let's be clear. Not all symbolism is sinister. Artists often use provocative imagery, but the repetition, the consistency, and the secrecy have fueled decades of speculation. Now think about this. What's the best way to desensitize the public to a secret message? Make it a joke. That's exactly what's happened with the Illuminati. You've seen it used as a meme, a punchline, a memeable reaction. Confirmed Illuminati, whenever someone does something extraordinary. But here is the thing about powerful secrets. They were safest when hidden in plain sight. If everyone's laughing, no one's questioning. This strategy, hiding the truth behind entertainment, is believed to be one of the Illuminati's greatest tactics. Now, let's go deeper. According to believers, the Illuminati follows a strict structure, like a pyramid. At the bottom, the masses, unaware, distracted, and entertained. Above them, the influencers, celebrities, media, cultural figures, people who shape the narrative. Higher still, the enablers, corporations, politicians, tech moguls. And at the very top, the architects, the few who know everything, control everything, and answer to no one. This hierarchy allegedly exists to maintain control over public perception, global economy, and even moral values. The goal? A new world order. That phrase isn't just from dystopian fiction. It's been mentioned in actual political speeches. George H.W. Bush used it in a 1991 address, saying, "We have a real chance at this new world order." Theorists believe that this isn't about peace and unity. It's about centralized control, global surveillance, and a population too distracted or powerless to resist. So how do you maintain control in a system like that? You don't need force. You need influence. And that's where the entertainment industry comes in. Music, film, fashion, viral trends. They're not just entertainment. They're tools. Tools to guide thought, shape culture, and normalize ideas that seem radical today, but may become reality tomorrow. Let's talk predictive programming. This is the idea that media prepares us psychologically for future events. Events that haven't happened yet, but will. Ever noticed how many films predicted real tragedies or technologies years before they happened? 9/11 imagery in media before 2001. Concepts like facial recognition, digital currency, and surveillance shown in 80s and 90s sci-fi. Some say that's just art-inspiring innovation, but others ask, what if we're not being inspired, but conditioned? Because if you see it enough, it becomes familiar, and once it's familiar, it's accepted. And if the Illuminati controls media, they control what becomes familiar. Now let's pause. Is there definitive proof that the Illuminati exists as described in these theories? No. There's no single document, no admission, no concrete evidence that can't be debated. But that's exactly what makes the theory so persistent and so powerful. It's based not on proof, but on patterns, connections, and a feeling, a deep intuitive sense that something is being hidden, that the people in charge aren't who they appear to be, that there's a game being played, and we're the pawns. But maybe, just maybe, awareness is the first move. Once you see the signs, you start noticing them everywhere. The pyramid in the ad, the eye in the background, the lyrics, the poses, the colors, the gestures. Are they just creative expression? Or are they markers, signals for those who know how to read them? And the real question is, what happens when enough people start paying attention? Does the illusion break? Or do we just get a new illusion? Because control doesn't disappear. It adapts. And if the Illuminati exists, if even some of this is true, then asking questions isn't anti-dangerous. It's necessary. So let me ask you this. Have you seen the signs? Have you felt like something, deep and hidden, is controlling the world around you? What's the moment that made you stop and ask, wait, was that on purpose? Drop your story in the comments. Let's compare notes. You're not alone in this. If this video opened your eyes, like, comment, and subscribe. We release new deep dives into the unexplained every week. Here at Hidden Truths, we don't just expose theories, we follow the signs. And sometimes, the most unbelievable story is the one hiding in plain sight.